Okay.
Welcome back to another episode of Reality Court. My name is Ace Fanning, and I have made a career out of recapping the dumbest show of all time, Sister Wives. And I am joined by my beautiful co-host, former Real Housewife of Miami, but my favorite housewife after my other favorite housewife, Jen Fessler, Anna Quincoces. Hello, Anna.
I was never a housewife, just FYI.
Well, then, you know what? Friend of, my favorite friend
like
of.
one. You performed like one.
Yes.
Guys are a little biased. Hi, you guys.
How are you? I'm glad you
Hi.
came back. We didn't scare
I love
you
this
off.
show. Scare me off. This is my fave. I
Oh,
love this show.
God. You know what? I've been thinking about you, Jen Fessler, because we keep hearing all this rumblings about New Jersey and what's happening and all this stuff. And you were quoted as saying that you ran into somebody at a
First
nail
of all,
salon.
we have not sworn her in.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Let's swear her in. You're right.
Okay, Jen,
Yes,
raise
please.
your left hand. I don't know why you do it, Ace.
You never know. You never know.
Do you, Jen Fessler, promise to tell, swear to tell some version of the truth,
Some version
To-
of it. Yes.
to own it,
Yes.
to not be all uncool, so
Yeah.
help you, Andy Cohen?
Yes, I certainly do.
Okay. Now
So-
we're ready.
I know that they didn't swear you in on Jeff Lewis Live, but you were caught lying a couple times on Jeff
Yeah.
Lewis.
No,
So-
now I didn't even realize until I did Jeff Lewis that I'm a pathological liar. I don't think that anybody has ever, for whatever reason, well, typical Jeff Lewis, he was able to catch on to the fact that I am a serial liar.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
it's to
then
make
he-
people feel good.
Yes, exactly.
Right,
It's
right.
I use my power for good.
Right.
Correct.
That's
Yes.
like, so when she got on here and she was like, no, I love this show. I love this show. We're like,
No, I
bitch,
took
never
an
listen.
oath. No, excuse me. I took an oath.
To tell some
I took
version
an
of
oath
the
to
truth.
Andy Cohen. Yes, exactly. And
Ah.
I do love this show. I love both of you guys. You guys are the absolute freaking best.
We love
and I've
you,
done
Jen.
quite a few podcasts now.
Thank you.
We know.
Not to whatever, but
We know.
Well,
You're
yeah.
in demand.
Brag away. Brag
I don't
away.
mean it like
she's in
that.
demand.
I didn't mean it like that. No, we've all done quite a few podcasts now. Reality television and podcasts seem to go hand in hand.
Hand in hand, yes.
So, Jen, you went to a nail salon. You said that you were approached by a woman who was casting or trying out for Jersey.
So I lied.
Okay.
So here's the truth. I took an oath. I was approached by a woman, because I remembered it after, who was working with women and repping women that were being interviewed for Housewives. So
Okay.
which then
Oh.
by the end of our conversation, she said she also was interested in doing it. And then her husband walked into the nail salon. So the conversation started because she let me know that she was working with women that were being interviewed.
As in casting?
Yes. She wasn't a casting director. She's like a manager.
Oh,
And I
okay.
guess
Okay.
in this town, Woodcliff Lake, which is right next to my town, I was in the nail
Right.
salon. I remember I made an oath, so all of this is true.
Thank you.
She approached me. She said, whatever, recognized me, and said, I'm actually working with women who are in the process and who are getting closer. And I said exactly what I said on,
Okay.
I think I said it on page 6 radio, but
Yes, it was page 6 on Sirius.
yeah. So I was like, fabulous, I wish them all the best. And then I was like, what about you? And she's like, yeah, I'm also thinking about it. But anyway, so I know there are women in Woodcliff Lake going through the process now.
Okay. Did you hear rumblings?
We have a delay,
Like,
you guys?
you had paused for a second, but can you hear us now?
I can. I hear a little
Okay.
echo. Do you?
I do hear a little
cancellation?
echo.
There's echo cancellation. I've never heard of that.
It
What is
doesn't do
this?
anything, but you could try
all right.
it.
Okay.
So, Jen, have you heard? Are we casting like younger? Are we casting with like no?
I
don't
love
tell
that
me.
question. Ace, I love that question. I love that you even thought to ask me that question.
I was going to
Because-
ask, but I thought it was rude.
No, I don't think it's honestly in my humble opinion, and I am biased, I think that older housewives are more interesting. I'm sorry. I can't
So
help
much
it.
more interesting.
So much more interesting.
But listen, I don't, whatever the, greater minds than mine at Bravo are figuring this out. I think that it has been, I think from what I've heard, they have been looking younger. But listen,
I am a father of 2. I do
Hate.
not want to see people have their children on television. I don't give a fuck
Like
about
little
your kids. Little kids, I don't give a fuck about. I want to see you falling into bushes. I want to see you, taking your
Having
Centrum
a hot
Silver
flash.
with
Me
wine.
too.
Yes,
Me too.
that's what I want. I do not care for these young people. I don't need another Bryn Whitfield from New York. Like, I'm not interested in that whatsoever.
Listen, I mean, I'm not right now, like, unless they're my grandchildren, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in babies. I'm not interested.
Me neither.
I've been through that. I have zero interest in ever going back to that part of my life, even though it was wonderful at the time. So I'm with you. I don't really care. And that's just the bottom line. But listen, I guess there are many, many people out there who do. I'm just not one of them. Yeah.
This is the thing. I think they keep worrying about the younger generation not being into reality TV. And it's like, well, you still got the people who were born and raised on reality TV that want it. And I don't
you have
want
also
to.
the other shows for the younger set. Like there's
Right. The
the
Valley.
Vanderpump, the Valley, now the new one.
The
with
next
the kids,
generation.
The next gen, Summer House. Yeah, well,
They should-
okay. But there's programming for younger
specifically,
generations. I don't
yes.
know.
I
I
agree.
like watching older housewives. I mean, and I think most people feel this way. That set of New York women, the OGs, the New York OGs,
Yeah.
that were, like you
Please.
said, falling into the bushes and slurring their words and turtle timing and all
Yes.
of
Be
that.
magic.
It was magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was magic. So, and I say that really, it's not just New York. I mean, look, they cast on Beverly Hills. They just cast Bose. I think she was probably the biggest fan favorite in a long time. And
Oh,
she
yeah.
is what? Well, she's not my age, or I want to see maybe she's
Well, she
I think
can
she's
still have-
upper 40s.
okay.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but I do not need her doing having a baby storyline.
Me neither.
I
She's
don't
having
care.
a baby.
No.
She's having a baby.
Wait,
She
she's
is?
pregnant?
No, but she was doing in vitro and all that because the boyfriend
Oh, but
never
like-
had a kid.
I know, but
We saw Melissa go and get Joe's sperm checked. Like, it's all bullshit. I'm fine.
not-
like, I
yeah,
don't need.
I'm-
No,
me
I don't
neither.
care.
no,
No.
I have zero interest in that.
Unless I'm getting to see you like menopausal and attempting to make a baby by just fucking whoever walks into the
Yes.
place, then I don't care. I don't
agree.
care.
I have to
Right.
say, like, even like Lindsay Hubbard, like,
Mm.
I don't care. I mean, if she
No,
gets on New
no.
York, great. I know that she was maybe there's rumors that she was gonna do that. I just
Yeah.
don't need to see her in the nursery. I don't care.
No.
I
Especially
don't-
okay.
At the pediatrician, you guys, I'm
Oh,
sorry. I'm just
no.
checking because I told you I could.
Jen
Okay.
Fessler has a busy day today, guys. She has
she does.
furniture being delivered. It's all a mess right now. So
It's
Jen,
a mess.
we are with you
hot
and we
mess.
stand
Thank
by
you.
you during this journey
Yes.
that you're on.
Don't worry.
I appreciate that.
We
It's funny
understand.
that you say Summer House is meant for the young people because I feel like Kyle Cook is like what 57 at this
Right.
point. Like he's so fucking old, and he acts like he's 10. And this
Yeah.
last when he was out until 4 a.m. and Amanda's texting him, she's like, "Where are you?" And it's like, can you remember the last time you were up at 4 a.m. unless you
No.
like had to go to the bathroom?
Hold on. I wake up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I go to bed at 4 p.m. No, I
Yeah.
don't relate to any of that.
No,
not
I
for
don't.
me.
No. I miss the days of Dorinda just slurring
Yes.
her word.
The best, the best, the best.
Oh my God! God bless that bitch.
The
Do you know
best.
what, one of my favorite moments on RHONY history is when they're giving it's Ramona, Dorinda, and Sonia, and they're introducing this woman for like a charity thing, and Ramona says something and Sonia's like, "You didn't know, that's not right," and they start arguing in front of all these people while they're giving this speech, and that's what I want
Classic.
though, because I feel like the younger generation, like especially this new RHONY cast, like
Too produced.
they're too worried about how they're going to be perceived and what sort of
100%.
repercussions there are.
They know
where
too
like
much.
Sonia has nothing to lose by
Yeah.
letting
Oh
it
my God.
all hang out.
When we had
Well,
Sonia on
yes.
here,
That's
we
that.
had-
That is the truth. Like, I don't have to worry about my children on the schoolyard.
Yep.
And like what people get. My children are adults.
Right.
So.
and
you
they already
I-
know you're crazy.
And they know I'm crazy, and we all
Yeah.
had discussions before I ever decided to do this, many family discussions, and they were both, well, my daughter was all for it. My son at first was like, he's like, that's really fucking embarrassing. Like, I'm not like I don't care. You do you, Mom. I don't want to stand in the way of your weird dreams. Just keep me out of it.
Your weird dream.
Seriously. And he's like in law school, and he's like, I just don't ask me to do anything.
Right.
Right.
I mean,
but
who can
now
blame
it's
him?
actually now he actually enjoys it.
He does. You
yeah,
get recognized and stuff.
He does. Yeah.
So we want to know about this article we read about your your
co-star
cast members telling you what to do.
That was also recently. That was recently my Page 6 interview. And by the way, I think I mentioned, they said, well, can you think back to a scene where you felt like you should have done more? And I picked a scene where I actually did enough. And I was not talking about Margaret Josephs. So interestingly enough, I think I mentioned her name when they asked me the question. It had nothing to do with her. Because the truth is, Margaret, no matter which way I went, like when I left, I don't know if you guys can remember this shit.
I remember all of it, play by play.
Too.
There was a scene at Melissa's house where it was Margaret and Rachel confronted me about this discussion that I'd had with Teresa.
Yes.
And so at the end of that, I was walking out, I was leaving, and Margaret gave me a hug and a kiss, which you didn't see. I love you. Like Margaret really was not ever like, don't talk to Teresa. She really wasn't telling me what to do. And so that was not it. Rachel was, of course, very upset with me. Although I left that party and Rachel stayed and danced the night away from what I remember. But I was very upset about the whole thing because we were very, very close.
Yeah,
but
I remember that.
Yeah, I think that, like I said on Page 6, like I don't regret anything because I know that I did the best that I could with what I had, trying to navigate, and not like get hysterical. Because sometimes I feel like the hysteria is put on and produced, right? Like when you get into these crazy fucking fights and everybody's losing themselves and losing control. But I definitely feel like at some point I could have said, listen, I'm done with this, fuck off. Like, don't tell me what to do. And that's part of being, 55 years old. And not like worrying about the consequences because it just doesn't matter. And also, like, I feel like, I'm not a pushover, but I have this reputation now a little bit in this very small world that, we're
in the bubble,
in the bubble as like a flip-flopper, as a, what else do they call me? Liar, a flip-flopper. Yes, a liar, a flip-flopper. Yeah. And so I'm like, I'm sorry I gave that impression because that's really not me.
I never got that impression from you on the show. Well, now I know different, but
yes. Well, we've got to know each other. So, I'm a pathological liar, fake.
But Jen, here's the thing I love about you is I felt like you kind of... The problem in Jersey is, and I apologize for saying this to anyone who's watching, but like they're not that bright, and I felt like and they tried to do this with Jackie, but she was like way too up here. You come in and I feel like you've got a quick wit about you that the other women don't. And we need that.
What you just said was that they tried to do it with Jackie, but she was way too smart. So I'm not that smart.
No.
I'm like right there in the middle.
Exactly.
Yes. No, it's just that she's impressed with herself.
She's book smart. She's
very
book smart.
She's a little impressed with herself. That happens to lawyers. See, I'm not like that, but she thinks she has to keep it at that level, and so
listen, Jackie's very smart, and her
she
her
is
book
very smart.
Amazing. I don't know that I am quick-witted, and I used to say, and I said this also somewhere else, I don't remember, but my cousin Jeff said to me way back in the day when RHONY started, she's like, Jen, you remind me of that woman on New York, that woman Bethenny.
Don't say her name. Just say
the Margarita girl.
The Karen of Bravo.
Okay, fine. And I was like, Jeff, don't you ever say that to me again. I understand why you're saying it because we're both quick-witted, but I use my powers for good, not evil.
Yeah, right.
But I think that I am quick. I don't know if I was able to be so funny in season 14 because there was just nothing that funny going on.
No, but we saw that. We saw that side of you and it's easy for you to stand out because no one else is quick-witted on that show.
Right.
I'm not saying anybody else is dumb. I think Dolores is smart.
Very.
But Dolores is fucking hot as hell. Dolores is a badass.
Are you
Dolores
saying
is
Jen isn't hot as hell?
No. I'm listing
Honey.
off Dolores's things.
Dolores is hot as hell. Sometimes I look at her. She'll say to me
Facts.
like, she'll get upset because she gained a few pounds or whatever, and I'm like, Dolores, you're the only woman who I know who gets sexier. The bigger you get, the sexier you. She has a body, and then that ass, and her face never. She is just.
No, she
Yeah.
has perfect bone structure.
She's all these things, but she's not super
Wait.
outwardly funny. You know, she's just not outwardly
Fair.
funny, and we
She's
need
very smart
funny
and
on
very
the show.
kind. And I will
Yes.
say, I think Margaret is. Everybody has their. I feel like Dolores is the touchstone, especially
Mm-hmm.
for me. Like when things go crazy, I try to go back to Dolores and get her advice. And also, she is all these different. She's so multifaceted, right? Like she's giggly and fun, and then she'll
Don't cross
cut a
her.
bitch, right?
She
which
will
I
cut
love.
a bitch.
Right.
Yes.
I think Margaret's really funny.
Do
Yeah,
you?
Margaret can be funny.
Yeah, I think Margaret's really funny. You don't think Margaret's funny?
I felt like I used to think Margaret was funny, and then we got Lexi on the show, and then it was just like, ha ha, Lexa! Like it just like it became like a seagull, you know. And I didn't.
No, we will agree to disagree. I think she's really funny and really smart.
I think she's very smart,
And then
too.
who else is funny? I mean, people think Teresa's funny because she was just off the rails.
But Teresa's
not in a way-
funny.
She doesn't
Teresa
know
doesn't
that.
know we're laughing at her, not with
Yes.
her.
Right.
So
right.
Yes.
that's a
Yes.
little bit tricky, you know.
Yeah,
Agreed.
it is.
Agreed.
So I'm upset to hear that they're trying to cast younger. I don't want that. I'm not interested in that. I hate
I don't
people
know for
my
sure. I don't know that for sure. I just know because they don't tell me shit. So
Yeah.
I'm finding out from a woman in a nail salon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what's the word with like the other cast members, former cast members? Does anybody think like I'm out for sure? Does anybody
Nobody
feel that
said
way?
Nobody has said that to me.
Okay.
I mean, I don't talk to all of them, so
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know how. You know,
Who do you talk to?
Dolores
talk
for
to
sure. She's
Margaret.
always with
I t-
Dolores.
Dolores is yes, Dolores and Margaret, Melissa, Jackie. I don't really talk to Rachel Fuda. I talk to Danielle occasionally. She's actually so funny with Danielle because we were not close. I was not as open as I should have been to her when we started the show. I just didn't think she was for me.
Yeah.
And now, as time has gone on, I have such a different feeling about her. Like Danielle is the first one. When something happens for me, I don't know. I got this affiliation now with the American Dream. I don't know if
right.
you guys know.
Yeah.
Like she's
Yes,
always
we
the
were gonna talk
first
about
one to reach out to me and say, I heard about this. I'm so happy for you. Or I was doing, working with Page Six for a while. She's like, you're so good at this. She's like the first one to do that, which means a lot to me because we weren't tight on the show, you know? And I don't know. I think back to
But
it.
it could
like,
also be because she knows that if the show comes back, you would be part of it. Because
my
it would
girl,
be stupid
let's
if
be
you weren't.
cynical to the
No.
end, baby.
Of course, she's creating alliances
My
already. I
girl.
don't trust anybody. Let me ask you
Yeah,
something.
fair.
You
Do
wait,
see-
I gotta
Yes.
ask something because
you do.
this is important. You swore in when you came on here.
Or
I know.
Andy Cohen.
You swore on Andy Cohen. So let's say
Doesn't
you
get
know
bigger than that.
that let's say at some point you become a grandma, you've got grandkids, okay?
Yep.
Are you buying bougie kids for them?
That's just mean. That's just mean spirited. No. That's like such a and by the way, have you seen bougie kids' clothes?
I saw what was on the show.
They're adorable. Okay?
Okay.
That's number one. And number two, my plan is if we both get back on the show, we'll be so tight at that point, she's just going to give me the shit. So,
Okay.
yes.
Oh,
and I will
okay.
dress them in bougie kids. Yes.
All right.
Just be
I love to
careful.
hear it.
Stop that,
Careful,
Anna.
John Bonet was dressed in bougie kids, you know?
Stop it right now. I don't know the last time. Listen, what are kids' clothes? Kids' clothes. All right, whatever. Shut up. You guys are mean. Next. Go on. Nasty.
At least tell me that I mortify you in the best way possible.
Always in the very best way. Listen, we're nothing if not shade. So hold on, guys. This is the furniture delivery. Fucking A. 1 second.
Oh,
West Elm, your
it's-
furniture appointment is en route. Okay.
Oh. It's
Let
en
me just tell
route.
the people it's en route. Hold on.
I'm excited. Wow.
Guys, furniture on way. Guys, it's on way.
God,
Okay,
who
so
doesn't love a
one
Kohl's cash?
question. Do you see a world where Teresa's not part of the show?
I mean, yes.
She looks off to the side.
But I see a world. I can see a world where anybody is not part of the show.
Right.
Like I can see a world. I can see it working out. Period. Right. So
Right.
no matter who gets eliminated, who stays. I mean, I don't have a crystal ball, but yeah, I can see a world that it moves forward and hopefully is successful. Can you guys?
Yeah.
Here's my problem. I do not want. People keep saying like leave certain people, but then add a whole new cast. Like leave Dolores, but then it's a whole new cast. I'm like, that's not going to work for me. You either do a whole new cast, or we work with what we had as like the bulk of where we go moving forward. I don't like the idea of like Dolores. Some people have acted like she's going to be like a house mother to all these younger women who I'm like, that
Listen,
sounds
she
terrible.
Could pull that off, but I
it's
don't
stupid.
think. Right. I don't like it
That
either.
I wouldn't. That's
it's
not
not
what
a
I would
sorority.
choose at all. Listen,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody keeps talking about how the best thing, like you just said, it is like mixing old and new. Well, we've been doing that with Housewives since the inception. As far as there's always somebody new coming in and somebody old moving out. Like that's not. I don't think that's such a new concept, right? Like
No,
I'm not
but they
saying
want
have-
like they only want to keep like just Dolores and then a whole new cast around her.
Who told you that though?
People we've had on this show, Anna, have said that they would like that.
Okay.
Well, listen, I mean, Dolores is certainly the heart of the show. But I don't know. What I think that you're right. People want, there's a reason Jersey worked for so many years. And forget about the last 2 seasons that I was on and Danielle and Rachel were on. Like, Jersey's been around for a minute, and there's a reason for it. There is, a dynamic. And it's not just the Teresa-Melissa dynamic. I think there's a dynamic and an energy between these women. And I think it would be a mistake not to have at least, some of them back.
Harry, shut up.
That's okay. You do Harry. I'm doing okay. Thank you thank you so much. Okay, listening. I'm listening.
Okay, so are you watching? We had talked about Summer House for a brief minute. Are you watching this bullshit?
Yes,
Oh
I'm
my
watching this bullshit.
Okay, last season I fell in love with Wes, and I thought I would lay my life down on the tracks for this man.
You're
and then
gonna
this
get in
season,
trouble with her.
I hate him. I hate this
She's
man
lost.
more than anyone I've ever met before.
He
Now
doesn't even do anything hateful this season. If anything, I would have thought last season, if you were a Sierra fan, you would have hated him. This season, you hate him?
Yep.
He's wishy-washy.
Interesting.
I flip on a dime. I flip on a dime on
No, I'm
everybody.
not talking about you. I'm talking about West.
Well, I am too.
Well,
Yeah.
again, I think that the new people are definitely aware in a different way of the cameras, right? And that holds true for Housewives, the new Housewives that come on, I think, including myself, and new Summer House cast. Like, they know the perils a little too well, right? What could happen. And I think Wes probably, since he got so much shit last season, maybe he's different. But in what way do you hate him this season? Please tell me.
Last season it was like, oh, I love how he dressed because he hurt Sierra, and I would marry Sierra in a minute.
Anyone would. Who wouldn't?
I think that I can't forgive him, and so now it's like I
so
see
it is a Sierra thing.
Yeah, for
It is
sure.
a Sierra thing because
Okay.
he just
got
wanted
it.
a show. Yeah, he
Got
was
it.
looking for a showman, and she really fell
Showmance.
for
I
him.
like that. Anna, look at you go.
He was looking
Let's
for
definitely use that.
someone to latch onto so that he could stay relevant on the show. And last season I liked him, and I was like, oh, his outfits are so quirky. But now that I got the ick, I'm like, stop dressing like that, you fucking idiot. Like,
So no, here's what I don't think I think that premise doesn't give Sierra enough credit. Like you said, who wouldn't want to get with Sierra? All of
Right.
us, everybody would want to get with Sierra. So I there's no way that he wasn't like. I mean,
He thought she was hot, but he didn't fall for her like she fell for him. I think she's
but
still
then
into
he
him.
thought he was hot. Like, he was almost like, I'm better than this. I'm going to find something else. It's like, ew, there's nothing
No.
better.
Happened very quickly.
No. That's not what happened. I do not see that at all.
I don't get that vibe from him either. I just think
No.
that
He doesn't think
didn't
he's
want-
better than anyone. I just think he stopped feeling it. If I'm being honest, and like he ate a lot of shit for that. And I don't think I don't think he killed anyone. Like
No.
the problem is you break up with someone in the real world and you move on, you don't see them. But now they're in this bubble where they have to keep seeing each other. And so obviously she hates his guts now because he broke her heart, and they're back together. So he's going to get a lot of shit for it, right? Whereas in the real world, he would just never see her again. They'd break up and unfollow each other, and that would be that. So I understand why she hates him. I really do. But, you know, from my 56-year-old point of view, he broke up with her because he just didn't like her as much anymore, unfortunately. I don't know why. How do you not like Sierra?
I think that's the problem, that's incomprehensible to us because she's so beautiful and whatever, but that's not the way it works.
Not beautiful. Exactly.
Show me a beautiful woman and I'll show you a guy that's tired of fucking her. It's just the way it is.
Wow.
It exists.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And by the way, you can
facet.
reverse that. Yes, you can reverse that. I'm sorry, but I think that the girls on Summer House also, I hate saying this because eventually it's going to catch up to me, but I feel like they just played it wrong. Like Lexi too.
Oh my God.
The boys come on so strong, as boys do. Not all boys. I'm just saying that in my experience, a beautiful girl walks in and a lot of boys have a reaction and want.
They pounce.
Yes, they pounce. And not just for sex, whatever. But I try to tell my daughter to be very aware that a lot of boys, not all boys, and I know it's a games, but want what they can't have.
It's the
and
hunt.
I think that is just
it's
the hunt, right? And I say to her all the time, I don't care. You maybe swear an oath. I believe in hard to get.
Okay.
Of course.
Whether or not that's doesn't sound, I think it's actually a feminist concept, but I think
Absolutely.
I know from my own experience, how most men or men that I've experienced are, and they like what they think they can have. So, if I'm looking at the progression of these relationships, like I wish that the girls had made the guys
a little more
work harder.
self-respect
And made them work harder, like Lexi is chasing Jesse for a commitment. I don't want my daughter chasing any man. Let a man chase Rachel for a commitment. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I feel about it. And
listen, remember the book The Rules?
Not only do I know that book, I used to work for those women. So that's probably part of it. Ellen Fine and Sherry Schneider.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think those rules still work today.
And I
I
die from you. The fact that you even brought that up, you and I are so up in here.
They really
you and I too.
work.
Sorry. Yes, they do. Sorry,
It's okay.
they do.
But
I don't know.
These girls that think like, oh, I gave him my number, but they wait for the call, and it's like he probably lost it, or he's probably busy at work, or he's probably he's just not that into you.
He's just
when a guy wants to find you, wants to call you, they will do it from a hospital bed, with a ventilator on. Like, that's horrible.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And I think that they just gave in, and it's hard because they're in the house together. So I get it, but even the first day that Jesse and Lexi met, I think they were cuddling up in her room or something.
Yeah.
No. We don't. No.
Right.
Sorry,
and
but
then these girls also think that just because they don't give it up, just because they're not having intercourse, you're already giving him too much. It's not about the act. It's about your state of mind and how you value yourself. And by the way, I think that's over because I read something that he called her 38 times, and he's one that let it go to his head. He's a different person this season. I don't know who he thinks he is.
He's definitely different this season.
Yeah.
I agree with you. And I think that I agree with you, but I will give him the grace of it's hard for that not to go to your head. I mean, he went from a kid, how old is he? 30?
That's not a kid.
Probably at the Summer House is
right.
probably 47, honestly.
Fair. Okay. Well, think about this person going from being, an unknown, still good-looking, tall, good-looking guy, right? But to walking in places and being bombarded and, girls just being so excited at the very thought of him. So, but yes, I will tell you that I think they do change for sure.
Yeah.
after the first season.
But as somebody who, from reality court, like I've blown up and everyone's like, oh my God, you're so hot. I walk into a room and everyone's like, there's
you are,
Ace.
actually.
I want him so badly.
Yeah.
And I get what that's like.
Not just when you walk in the room, when I see you on a Zoom.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like hard for me to concentrate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that so much.
Imagine me.
Imagine you, and I don't know how you do it.
She's wet the whole time.
100%. Yes. How could she not be?
I would kill to be someone who is hard to get. Like I am so desperate that it's like I would be that girl that's like the first second I'm fucking sitting on their face. I'm like, oh,
That
please
was
just
me.
love me.
That's why I recognize the behavior. Do you understand? That was me. Until I met those two women from the Rules, and that was in my mid-20s. Honey, it's and I said this also, I think, on this page. I was like, please, just hold me. Please just put your, I don't even care. Call me baby. That's all I wanted. And I just was so boy crazy. And I had no, problem hooking up, calling, begging. Paige said when she was younger, she had that.
To hold me.
Just hold me. Hold me and call me baby. That's it. I don't care where you're from, what you look like, what you do. And I was a big hoe. And it was like in just the desperation of it all. And I think probably these women are not like that. Please, I'm not trying to say that anybody on Summer House is a hoe.
No,
No.
they're not.
Though, that I recognize, I keep referring back to my daughter. I want her to have enough self-respect, sense of self, that she's not chasing anyone or trying to peg anyone or trying to nail them down. Fuck that. Let them try to nail her down.
Oh, preach it.
Preach.
So can we all agree, though, that this Jesse Solomon situation, she did not just suck his toe. I am irritated by them saying, oh, she sucked his toe. I can't believe he let a girl suck his toe. And
For 45 minutes?
He had his dick out. His dick was absolutely out
You
in
think
that
so?
room. Oh, Jen Fessler.
Here's the part that I don't understand. And
No, I didn't realize it was 45 minutes. Was it 45 minutes? I thought it was
No,
No,
he didn't go
he
in
was
there,
in
get his
there.
toe sucked, and he was in there. Here's the thing that I don't understand, and you might call me, I'm just going to clutch my pearls right now. Call me a Victorian lady, but isn't it weird when somebody else is having a threesome for somebody just to go in there to what is it, watch or what's it's not your threesome.
So
It's all weird. It's all fucking weird.
Yeah.
I had a theory last season about Jesse, and when that happened this season, I felt like I was like, I think Jesse swings both ways. I think that Jesse can take it either which way.
Really?
And so I think when he heard there was a threesome, he's like, well, that's a sexual experience in which I can be with both situations happening at the same time. If you look back,
think Jesse wanted to get with Rule?
No. I don't think necessarily that. I think that he thought it's an opportunity where I can be next to that. If you pay attention to last season, with the way that Jesse interacts with Carole is just different to me than he interacts with anybody else. And there was all that, seasons and seasons ago, Carole had said that the best blowjob he ever got was from a guy. And
Who
so
said
I
that?
feel Carole. You didn't know that?
Oh my God. No.
Yeah, Carole said that one time he was drunk and the best blowjob he ever got was from a guy. And so I was like, oh, maybe Jesse knew that. And maybe that's why Jesse gravitated towards Carole so much last season. Their interactions were just weird.
If I was going to think that, I would think it because of Jesse and West. I mean, I never saw two boys.
It is
ignoring each
weird
other's
too.
crotch.
Right, yeah.
They lifted him up, and the one is, I don't know what's happening there.
Yeah. Well, that's because that's this generation,
This
you're
generation.
In our day, if a guy gave another guy a blowjob, or even you don't even know, whatever, but it was a guy who did it. That's it. You want to be with men. You made a decision.
In your day, those really straight men were wearing cutoff jean shorts and crop tops. Yes, they were. They were going out.
What do you think my day was?
The 1950s.
How dare you?
You know what I think
How dare
about
you.
Jesse? That every guy, and this is every guy, pretty much, even, the valedictorian at Harvard, it's a bucket list item to have a threesome. It's just
Have you guys had
something.
them? Have you ever had one?
No.
Ace?
And this one's only
No,
been
I've had
with
sex
his
with
wife
one person my whole life.
and the couch.
And the couch. Yes, I've fucked a
Yeah,
couch many a times.
Wait, we have to stop.
Okay.
And I've got to reset. What did you just say?
I've only had sex with one person, my wife, and
cute.
the couch growing up. I fucked our family couch
Everyone,
quite
that
a bit.
doesn't, okay, I would say that couch, but who didn't fuck the couch? Everyone fucked the couch. Stop. Hold on a second. Wow,
Do you
really?
feel seen?
Yeah.
Do you feel seen?
I'm dying
Yeah.
right now.
It's okay.
Because
I
I
love that.
Oh, God.
My friend, I have a couple friends like that too. And I'm always like saying to them, like, you never had like regrets and they try to pretend like they do, but I know they're thrilled to pieces that it's been one person.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
love that.
And you know,
I mean, don't get
Caitlin
me
was too
wrong.
young.
I spend some time on porn. You know, I love myself some porn.
Again.
But
Okay,
we all
everybody.
do.
Right.
Yeah.
But here, like, I could never have a threesome because it's like, then I'm disappointing two people at once. You know, it's just like, I just honestly, I feel like it's like, that would just be so
You
bad
don't
for me to
last 3
do.
seconds, you know?
Yeah,
You
it's not
couldn't
a good
have.
time.
Yeah,
No.
no.
So,
I had a threesome when I was young, but it really wasn't a threesome. What it was me and another one of my friends servicing a guy. So it wasn't like we were getting it on. It was basically like, and I was young.
You
I mean, this
took
is like
turns
early
with
like you were
one
20s.
each
dick?
taking turns sucking his dick?
No.
Oh.
No. More like hand job, and then the other one sat there, and then the other one maybe sucked it. I mean, it was like, it wasn't like the three of us were getting it on. It was more like the two of us, just hold me and call me baby. Just anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the kind of person, like, if I was in a threesome, like, I would come so fast, and then it's like I'm just sitting there awkwardly, like, on the corner of the bed, like, oh, let me know when you guys are done. I'll get snacks if anyone wants anything.
Three
you know?
pump chump.
Yep, exactly. So, I want to move on from Summer House.
Pump chump.
I think Jesse did way more than have his toe sucked, and I think he's guilty, and I think he's a
And
liar.
you think he's fluid.
And I think he's fluid, and I think that he has shared fluids with Wes and Carole at one point.
Okay.
Yes.
By the way, I love Jesse. I had him on my podcast. He's adorable. But I will, since I did take an oath here. First of all, I don't know. I don't blame Jesse for this, but who sucks a toe? That in and of itself, like, it's gotten.
And dirty,
Did he wash his
dirty.
feet? He was
No.
walking around.
Ugh.
No.
So that in and of itself is just too much. I don't like the whole visual of that.
Yeah.
But I also do not like, and I said that about Lexi. I wish she had played it a little differently. But he played her. He's been playing her good. And
He played her,
I'm not happy about it.
Honestly,
it's like,
the Lexi thing is like a lesson in what not to do.
what not to do for her and who to avoid. I mean, yeah, that's all complete bullshit.
I mean, he had a flashing neon sign on his head saying, player,
Did you
player,
by
player,
chance
fuckboy.
check out Jesse Solomon's Spotify page to see his music? Oh,
I feel like you did, though.
oh, it's something.
Well,
you
when
know,
he says porn, that's what he's talking about.
the thing is like the Jesse Solomon song was funny, but now he's trying to be a serious music artist, and it's like, no, please, we're not here
Not
for that.
working for you.
No, you know, I'm listening to On Display. I'm listening to Tardy for the Party.
Teams divided.
Teams Divided, obviously, that's a favorite. I'm listening
We played it
to
last time you were
I know
on.
you
Drive
did.
Back from Candace Dillard. Like, that's what I'm listening to. I don't want to listen to Jesse Solomon, you know?
You're
I'll
not a
also say
fan.
this. I don't really like men on my reality TV too much. I
Right,
grew up...
He's not a fan of Southern Charm.
No, I have...
I never got into Southern Charm.
Because
love
it's
it so
men
much.
and it's
Really?
stupid.
I love
I
it.
have 5 older sisters. I've always had like female friends, so I like watching the women dynamic. I don't like watching guys do stuff.
I think that I agree with you. And I never thought about it until you just verbalized it. I think I'm with you.
Yeah.
I think I don't like watching. I'm a purist. I want to see Housewives.
Yes.
I never enjoy the other shows like I enjoy Housewives. Interesting.
Nope.
And I really very rarely, sometimes, I think Joe Gorga has been amazing on Jersey. But I don't think there are a lot of men that I've enjoyed on Housewives.
No.
Right,
It's just
right.
not...
Well,
It's not
that
for me.
friendship of those guys is funny.
Yes,
That
it
is funny
I love
because it
those
goes
guys.
way beyond Housewives. It started
does.
a long time before, so I think that's a good thing.
So Jen, you've been told in your life that people think of Bethenny Frankel when they think of you. Not a compliment.
You're not supposed to say the name. Anna, tell him.
I do apologize.
Seriously.
I do apologize. But one Miss Margarita lady has announced that she's moving to
Oh, yes.
Florida, and that it is for personal reasons, but professional reasons.
I hate
and
that shit. Just what do you? Just say it.
just-
Who gives a like?
And nobody cares. This is the
Oh, my
problem.
God.
Nobody cares.
Well, the problem is, Anna, you know what? We don't care. You and I don't care. Ace, you don't care. But people do care. Because, like, you know, whenever I see comments about Bethenny, they're always really positive. I mean, I don't know if that's just the internet.
Well, the people who follow her, yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
see people are very
yeah.
passionate about their love of Bethenny. So I can't take that away from her. But I personally, not for me, not
Yeah.
so much.
She
You know,
used to
she's
be
talk-
for me. She was
Never for me.
my
Really?
golden
Oh,
goose.
yeah,
like,
at the beginning, yeah. At the
But
beginning, yeah.
now-
I mean, nobody's parlayed their position on Housewives like she has. You got to give her that. But did she have to become so insufferable?
Insufferable.
Like she is completely insufferable.
Yep.
let's not
cleaning
forget that.
agrees.
Let's not forget that Bethenny was driving around the Hamptons in that skinny girl Margarita VW
Right.
bug. Like,
Right.
remember where
She
you came
hustled.
from.
Of course. Remember when
Yeah.
they would go to her house in the Hamptons and it was all you could see was skinny
Red.
girl merch.
Yes.
Just
Everything was
everywhere.
red.
Everywhere was red yeah.
Or when she was the natural chef and she went to some store and tried to hand out samples and no one gave a shit. It's like,
Yeah.
we know your humble beginnings. Don't get too full of yourself. And
And by the way, her humble beginnings, because she always likes to talk about that, from what I understand, I don't think I'm wrong, I think I'm right, she grew up wealthy. And
Yeah.
she ran
Yeah.
around, from what I understand, with she babysat Paris Hilton. But I remember once I heard her say, she was complaining about something about her birthday. And she said that growing up, she was kind of traumatized because her dad, all she would get for her birthday is his secretary would send her a $500 check.
oh, God,
And
I can't
I'm
imagine.
thinking, you lucky fuck. Are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
Exactly.
My-
Seriously.
My father, do you remember my fucking birthday? Like, $500 check. I would have been like, I get the best. My birthday's fucking rock, especially back in those days, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
cry me a
seriously.
river, dude.
Oh,
I
she's
don't
just
know,
the
but
fucking worst.
And what's it going to be? It's going to be so anticlimactic when she finally tells us that she's going to be like a momfluencer or something. Like it's
I
not going
think,
to be.
she's doing a reality show with Pitbull, I thought. Like
Ew.
cleaning houses.
Cleaning houses?
I am texting him right now.
Yep.
You know,
I-
you
are
have
doing
Pitbull's
what?
number?
Of course.
What did you
Yes.
just say?
I'm
What did she
texting
just
him
say?
right now.
She said
Hey.
she's texting Pitbull.
You cut that shit right now.
I'm going to
You
be
have
texting him right
Pitbull?
now. Yes, I do.
Mr. Worldwide.
I can't.
Wow.
I fucking love him.
Oh, wow.
Are you kidding?
I have a
Anna.
It's his cell.
Holy shit.
I have a friend who dresses up as Pitbull for every sort of costume party. Doesn't matter the theme. She's always Pitbull.
Really?
Yes.
I
Oh, how
mean,
funny.
there's no one sexier. I just think he is
Mr.
beyond
Worldwide.
Mr.
Where
Worldwide.
did you hear that?
I read it on, I don't know. I
Anna,
absolutely read it.
Honestly, she could be coming with this fact like you do. Like, she's like, I don't know. It's
but
like
it
she
wasn't
dreamed
her who
it.
said it. It wasn't her who said it.
No.
Okay.
No.
She just heard it. And they're cleaning houses?
Hold on.
Flipping
I-
houses, maybe?
I think cleaning houses. I think this is my idea. I
Oh,
don't know.
you heard it too about Pitbull.
I heard about Pitbull but all I heard was that they were going to have a reality show about them cleaning houses. This is what I'm picturing. They go into houses and they're both, let's say, neurotic about being clean or organized, and it's sort of funny because they go in there and probably throw away people's shit and like, well, I don't know. That I'm making up, but I heard that they had a reality show. That's why she moved to Florida. That her and Pitbull were going to go around Miami cleaning people's houses.
Okay, Jen, do you smoke marijuana?
Yes.
Were
I don't
you
like to smoke it
It
as
gets
much.
it much easier
No, it
than
wasn't.
this. Hold on. I'm going to call his
Okay.
manager because he might take a while to
Oh, wow. We
Yeah.
got his manager's
hold on.
number. Why don't we get Mr. Pitbull on the
I
the
bet
pod?
you. Do you think they would even tell you?
Yeah, this one will.
Oh, God. This is exciting.
Let's see.
Feel my tits tingling.
Me too.
Goodness gracious.
Call Fernando Zulueta.
Fernando Zulueta.
Oh my God, I'll die if they answer.
But this is not him. I mean, this is the...
No, even if the manager answers.
Shit. Okay. Well, maybe he'll...
So that's
That
what I
was-
heard. But I feel like, why do you have to be such a fucking, like, what's with the mystery?
Right. No
God,
one
I hate
cares.
that shit.
Because
It's
she
like
wants
when
to...
people write on, used to be Facebook, where I would have people, they would write something very profound about how, you know, finally I woke up to the toxicity in my, like, just say what you mean. I don't need you to, like, expound on, you know, philosophy. Like, you're upset because your friend did what? Or, like,
Right.
you're sad, like, you just kind of hint to it. I've been through a lot over the past 2 days. Please pray for me.
It's like,
What am
well,
I
I
praying
want to
for?
give a specific prayer for you. What specifically do I need to pray for?
Say it. If you want my support, tell me what's going on.
I think there's nothing better than when someone just goes unhinged on Facebook and is like, this is what my husband did. This is the bitch he was cheating with, and
Yeah.
this is the screenshots I found. Like, I get so
Oh, man, the
happy about
receipts.
that.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
You know who was the first person ever to bring receipts to a reunion?
You.
Really?
Really?
Tell what?
The
Tell
fir-
us. Tell us.
It was
Which ones? I
no,
don't-
it was Leah Black. I got so much information because they kept telling me she was coming for me. So I came with this file, and everybody was already sitting, and I got up, and then I just behind a a throw pillow, I put the file, and then I just sat, and everybody was freaking the fuck out. But no one had ever brought receipts before then. I
That's
didn't
my
know
girl.
this myself, but I read it, and then my girls told me that I was the
Wow.
first person to bring receipts. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Not only does she have Pitbull's manager's number in her phone, she also brought receipts first.
Honey, she is an innovator,
I'm
a
friends
trendsetter.
with Pitbull. Pitbull calls me. First of all, he thinks I look like Kathy Ireland.
I have
You
no
sort
idea
of
who
do.
that is.
Oh,
And
shut
he
up,
calls
Ace.
me Kathy Irlandés, like he says it in
You
Spanish.
sort of do.
Yeah,
You do a
so,
little bit.
Like if you
The
ever
eyes.
meet him, you tell him
She's a
that you're
supermodel.
friends with.
Oh my
with
God,
Kathy
who is
I know.
she? She's gorgeous.
Yes.
She doesn't.
I don't know.
She
Do you
doesn't.
guys, you know what? One of the things that really fucking bugs me. So on Summer House, when they say that I guess Lexi was hooking up with, they keep saying Kaya Gerber's brother,
Oh yeah.
and I'm like, are you talking about Cindy Crawford's son?
Yeah.
What the fuck do you mean Kaya Gerber's brother?
Yeah, no
You
one
don't
cares.
know what I'm saying right now. I'm gonna
No,
lose
I know
it.
Cindy Crawford. I didn't know Kaya Gerber.
It's just
Kaya's
a
her
Kaya.
daughter, but
Okay.
they all think of Kaya Gerber now. They don't even know that Cindy Crawford is like the original supermodel, like one of them.
Well, and she
I know.
also dated David Beckham and
know.
Victoria's son,
Oh yeah, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
she's
gotten
been
around.
around
For a while.
And she probably did the same thing because these girls have a pattern. She doesn't like look in the mirror. You know, you're the stunning girl. You have your whole life before you. You have all these things going on. I don't know.
I had to learn it from the rules, honestly. I did.
Yeah.
I had
I'm
to
gonna
learn
need
it.
to read the rules because
Read the
I would
rules.
honestly,
Good.
I would be
Ellen
giving it
Fine
up
Cherry
left and
Schneider.
right.
They work like
I'm
a
going to
charm.
text Ellen that we talked about it.
Now before we go,
Who are
I
you
want to
gonna
get your.
text, Ace.
Yeah,
I
who do you
texted
look
Pitbull.
roster?
She's gonna text. Who are you gonna text?
Let's see.
Besides Anna.
I rarely
Oh
get a text from
God,
him.
that's I've signed so many NDAs. I
Oh,
can't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Uh-huh.
So many famous people are in my phone. Oh my God. I need to know your thoughts, Jen Fessler, on this whole Garcelle situation. She's leaving Beverly Hills. She's unfollowed Sutton on Instagram, which brings me so much joy. I hate Sutton.
Yeah. Most of us are not fans. I'm not a fan of Sutton at all.
Thank God. I know I loved you.
Do you remember who we have on next week, Ace? You get me in so much trouble.
I know. Yes, we have her. We have our assistant.
Who's assistant?
Avi.
Oh, I love Avi.
The one that she loves to boss
too.
around. I love him. He's the best.
He's adorable.
Do you know what it is? I reached out to him, and last week he goes, "I hate that Avi, whatever," and I'm like, "I'm gonna ask him to be on the podcast." He goes, "I love him." But
I love him so much.
He's actually great.
He's so lovable.
I think he's gonna be. I think that he's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm not a Sutton fan. And
next week, I'll be a huge Sutton fan. I'll be like, she's the best.
You do what you have to do.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good. So what do I think of that situation? I think a couple things. First of all, I think Garcelle's wonderful, but I do think that she's never had the heat before. Mm-hmm. And I think she has been in everyone's good graces for so long. And so I kind of felt a little bit like now you're in the hot seat and it's too much. And so you're taken off.
I don't think that she went in there planning to quit. I think she became more and more disappointed by what she saw kind of unfolding in front of her. And I think the straw that broke the camel's back was when they asked everybody what was their rose, basically, and she said that for her it was seeing Reba and Sutton reconcile. And then Sutton turned around and said that her moment was with Erica. Like, you've never had a real relationship with Erica. And I just felt that she was looking for something, anything. Nobody smiled at her. I understand that she was probably a little sensitive. Nobody smiled at her. Nobody gave her anything. And I do think that she became uncomfortable.
But people don't smile at each other and give each other. Everybody's fighting for their life at a reunion.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what that means about the smile thing. This is not like
I think she was
pajama
sensitive.
Party.
I think when you go into, I do this all the time. If you go into a situation where you feel like it's not going to be good for you, you start looking for all the things that are going wrong. And I feel like she was like, this isn't going to be a fun reunion for me. Nobody's now smiling at me. Craft services gypped me. It's that.
But I also think like she was called out on some stuff that, and I've never seen Garcelle be called out before. Like the whole thing with Dorit and the robbery, and when Bose is like, what did Bose say? I would have sued you or whatever if you had slandered me like that. So, I mean, it got kind of intense there. And I think that, like, Garcelle's not used to getting called out, and for good reason. She doesn't really do much to get called out on. But listen, in my mind, I agreed with Bose. I don't know about suing her, but I think that was kind of bullshit. Like,
that was a lot to say. I mean, you're accusing somebody and saying, "Oh, that's how I feel." It's like,
just don't say it. This
is what makes us adults. You know what I mean? You don't say everything you feel.
And you're supposed to, I guess, on these shows, but not when it's dangerous like that. That's not something.
What happened, Ace?
I am taken aback. I thought that was one of Garcelle's best moments because we were all thinking it. We were all thinking that this was a little bit fishy. And so for her to just point it out, maybe she shouldn't have said it so directly.
No, I think it happened.
I don't know.
But I don't think it was. No, I don't think it was Dorit. I think it was PK.
No, I think it was PK too, and I think Dorit had no idea.
You're right. Me too.
I don't know. I wouldn't touch that with a fucking 10-foot pole. I mean, there were
just
kids
our
in that house, and but
right, it's just our opinion.
Just our opinion.
It's just we don't know anything for sure. It's just as reasonable viewers.
Jen, I think we can all agree now. Kyle is a lesbian. Like her and Morgan are going at it. But here's my bigger question. I keep asking everybody this, and I need to know where you stand on this. Do you think that with Kyle being a lesbian, do you think that she has gone down on Morgan at all, or Morgan only goes down on her?
Wow, that is like the greatest question I have ever heard.
Thank you. I'm glad you appreciate it.
Podcasts and Housewife.
Well, that's why we're number one.
There is no doubt that you guys know how to ask the question.
Joe Rogan is pissed off at it, but you know what? We ask the important questions.
Yes, I think you have to give me a second to think about it because she's new to being a lesbian, and maybe lesbianism. Maybe she's fluid. Maybe she's I don't know. I think that I just thought about it. Here's what I think. I think Morgan definitely went down first. And then, but I don't think Morgan is the type of person who would just allow for her to just be the one and be alone. Yes. But
like
I think that she would want to be pleasured, and she would say, now it's your turn. I feel like definitely Kyle does. Yes, that's what I think.
Wow.
Okay.
I feel like Morgan's the kind where, she wants you to kick back and just kind of like, I feel like she wants to take care of you, and she's going to show you, like, I think that Morgan loves the idea of turning straight women gay. Like, she's like, I'm so good at this.
Almost every gay person, most of my gay guy friends love the idea of being with a straight man, and it happens so much. It's well,
I mean, listen, now, can you turn someone gay? I don't even know. I know that everybody seems to be, more and more people are fluid. I have a very dear friend who, my age, so I'm 56, who a couple of years ago met a woman, and they got engaged. And I was like, but I don't want to say her name, but I was like, you were more boy crazy than I was in high school.
But that happens when you get a little older. When you get a little older and you haven't had luck with men, and, the sex part of it is not the most important thing anymore.
Right.
And you just have better conversations with women, better rapport with women, better, you travel and you kind of both want the same things and whatever. And I'm just going to buy a Subaru because I think I'm a lesbian.
My thought process, I tell my wife this all the time. I said, if it doesn't work out between us or you die or anything like that, I'm immediately finding a rich man to take care of me, because I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to provide. I don't want, I'm just like, hands off,
Listen, I say that.
Yeah.
Say it,
That
Anna.
whole hunter-gatherer thing is not you anyway, Ace.
No, I'm
Let's
done.
be real.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I've been hunting and gathering.
I say to Jeff all the time, though, if I die before you, I want to be very clear. I'm not okay with you ever marrying again.
No.
I don't need you happy in this part of your life. I want you mourning me every day.
Every day.
All day, around the kids, reminding them. I don't need you. I'm not that altruistic. Fuck that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Do not get married again. Fuck that.
And it's a waste of time, because he would always be you will be the yardstick by which he measures all other women, and it's not fair to the other women.
Yes,
so really you're just
that.
doing
Thank you very much.
You're
Not
just
to mention
doing
the fact that I
women.
ain't having my kids split the money at the end of time. Fuck that.
Right. Exactly.
Would you allow him to fuck around, though, or no? That's out of the table, too.
No, he can
No,
masturbate.
I don't give a shit. He just can't. He can masturbate. No, he can almost fuck around. He just can't like the person that he's. fucking.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Okay.
Or he, yeah.
Yeah.
It can't
Yeah,
be like
I don't care.
love. You
No.
know?
No.
I'll
there's
never
no-
go
no.
for love again. Love has
No.
been great. I love the love that I have, but the next time around, I'm just going for money.
Yes.
That's it. That's all I care about.
That's a maturity. That comes
you.
with maturity. Yes.
Yeah.
The love thing is for little kids. Now we're in it.
It
You
is
grow
true.
up, you grow out of that, you become, no, I'm serious. Your brain, the inner cortex develops or whatever it is, and you realize how stupid that is. Enough with the love.
Yeah, and the
Disgusting.
soulmates, twin flames. What the
Get
fuck
the hell
is
out of
that?
here with that crap.
I hate that
please.
shit. Yeah,
Me too. So
I hate it.
stupid.
Stupid.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. We're gonna have
I
to
do believe my
workshop this
wife
in a
is my
different
soulmate,
forum.
but,
Yes.
Okay, Jen, listen. You have 1 minute with Andy Cohen right now, and you get to tell him exactly why it is you need to come back to the next season of Real Housewives of New Jersey. One, if that's me, I'm just going to try and blow him. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to be like, let me just blow you and try
That's
and take
not
care of
why. You're saying why.
Well,
You're not saying
we've
how. How I
we've
can
seen
get
his
there.
penis.
It's just why he would. Yeah, I haven't
Okay.
seen his penis. Okay.
Oh
you
my
want me to
god! Well, I'll
explain
send
to
you the
him-
picture. I'll send you the picture.
It's impressive.
It is the most beautiful penis I've ever seen.
Are you serious?
He had a nude leak, and it's great.
Oh my
I
god!
don't want to see
but
the picture.
he's
I don't even like. I'm
Oh,
not
no,
into
you have
penises
to.
or vagi- oh,
It's
See,
changed the
Right.
way
you're
I
saying
see
you're not into
him.
penises. In 5 years, Jen Fessler is going to be like, actually, I'm with women now.
Yeah. No, there's no reason for me to ever be with a woman. My husband is not. He's not a lesbian or a woman, but he's as easy as one. It's like,
Yeah.
which is what I want.
That's
We're
how
just-
Ken is.
Yeah, he's just like the best. Easy.
Yeah, super supportive, easy. Yeah. Okay,
All
I'm
right. So
gonna
you want me
time
to
her.
convince Andy Cohen that I should come back?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
1 minute and go.
In the words of the great Anna Q, I am funny and no one else is. In the words of my friend Ace, I am smart and no one else is. I really don't believe that, but that's what you guys are telling me. But I don't know. I think that I definitely brought something different to Jersey. I do think that I'm able to laugh at myself, and there's not a lot of that in the Garden State. I think that also I try to hear other people's opinions, and not just to, I'm not a diplomat, but I at least try to stop and listen, and I think that's important for the Housewife franchise. I think that I'm older, like we talked about. I don't have to worry about my stupid fucking kids, and I'm not going to make you look at them and watch me changing their diapers or dropping them off at school. Who gives a shit? What else? I think that, I'm big into plastic surgery. You never know what's going to happen from season to season. My face can change. My extensions
I
I just took out. I'll change the hair color. I'll do anything for Housewives. Tell me what you want me to be, Andy Cohen, and I'll be that for you.
Define me.
Define me. Yes, I'll knife a bitch. I'll change my face, my body. I'll shoot myself. Anything.
Perfect. You got the job.
You got the job.
Thank God. I can live another day.
Who's going to say no to that?
We're going to send that immediately in for you.
Please do.
As you were talking, though, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, who you kind of are on Jersey is you kind of play the Jersey version of Carole Radziwill. Like,
that's the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me.
Yeah.
I feel
that's
like
my favorite compliment of all time. Ace, seriously?
Yes.
Ace in the fucking hole, man.
Oh,
Ace in the fucking hole. You know how many times you have said to me that is my favorite compliment if anybody's ever
Shut
told
up,
me.
Anna. Just let me have a fucking moment. Let me have a fucking moment.
Shit. I'm a liar. I mean, you know this about me. I'm pathological, but don't take anything I say to heart. It's like, it wasn't that great what you said to me. You're stupid. No, I love, not true. Carole Radziwill.
No, that's a great compliment.
I love Carole. I love Razzie or whatever. What do you call her? Razzie?
Yeah.
So she was just
Razzie.
smart and cool. She's a cool cat,
She's
so
super cool. I feel like she can get along with everybody, but she'll also call people out on their shit. And she's funny. I think you're funnier than Carole, but like
I do too.
she brought a funny element. I feel like you're kind of Carol's energy
messy. She's
with
not
like
really messy.
With like a Sonia humor.
I love that. That's the best compliment anyone's ever given me, Ace.
If Sonia and Carole Radziwill had a baby, it would be Jen Fessler.
Jen Fessler.
Seriously. I don't know how I'm going to get through the day now. I'm going to be floating honestly, through the day.
Andy, you and your big perfect dick, that's reality TV gold right there. When you find a hybrid of two amazing housewives in one person.
Wow. So what I really want, this is what I fantasize about. I would love to have been on New York back in the day. I would love to do something with those women. With the Dorinda, Sonia, Ramona, Luann of it all.
Oh my God.
They're just,
you too, Anna. Can you imagine us with them?
Oh my God, how much fun.
Fucking fun that would be.
Yeah. They're great. They really are.
Yeah.
I would be one of your guys' assistants to be on the show.
Yeah, for sure. Avi.
Yeah. You would be our Avi. There you go.
Jen Fessler, I got to tell you something. Having you here makes my tits tingle, makes my wiener hard. I love you.
Too. I love you guys so much. This is, I have to say, and I am a pathological liar, so you might not necessarily believe it. But this is like, I hope that you do, because this little threesome, I fucking love. It's good.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to like take over. I'm just telling you, I enjoy this dynamic very, very much.
This is my favorite threesome I've ever been in.
Me too.
Me too.
Thank you.
So. We love you. No, seriously.
Okay.
You're our favorite guest ever.
Thank you so much for joining us at Reality Court. We are so grateful for you. We love you so much.
Love you so much.
Guys, check Jen out on season 15 of Real Housewives of New Jersey. She's coming back.
Alternatively, you can listen to I Do Part 2. Wait, Anna, you have to do I Do Part 2. That podcast is about
that used to
second
be
chapter.
Wasn't that I Por Favor before?
I don't know. I don't think.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, it's not just I shouldn't say it's my podcast. It has been around for a while with Amy Robach, TJ Holmes.
Yeah. That was a great episode with you and Jeff. Very
thank
honest,
you.
very raw. Yeah.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
listened
Ace,
to it.
clearly you didn't listen to it, but whatevs.
No, I
didn't even
didn't
know.
listen to it. And I'll be honest about
Well, you
that.
shouldn't.
But
You don't care about part 2 with your one love, your whole fucking life.
Yeah. Yeah. How cute.
listen, because I think you're saying that you're finding love in part 2. My part 2 doesn't involve love. It's just money.
Money. Right.
Money.
That's it. Money
Okay.
and sex.
That's okay.
I
That's
want to have
okay.
a lot of sex and get a lot of money. That's it.
I would just want the money. Okay. Love you guys so much.
Thank you so much for
Bye.
joining us, Jen. We love
Call
you.
us later about the 40%.
No, call me later after you talk to Pitbull.
Okay. Yeah. Really. I
Not
have
kidding.
so much influence. He hasn't even
Please.
responded.
Please.
Guys,
whenever he does. All
Leave
right,
us a
guys.
5-star review. Say nothing negative about us, especially nothing negative about Jen.
Thanks.
And court is officially adjourned.
Adjourned.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.